Hi there folks, welcome to RRTV. My name's Bernie Weemers and we're here tonight to broadcast to you live the Australian Superskips for round 6 here from Road Atlanta. As you can see at the moment folks, the drivers are out there qualifying and they've got 13 minutes of qualification to go, and we'll be into racing here. So looking at what we're going to see tonight, basically it's going to be 24 laps with a mandatory stop. So all cars here, they can be basically filled to 60%. They'll have one fast repair tonight, and they will also have a 20x incident limit. So it's going to be quite an interesting race, that's for sure. So I'm just waiting to see if my co-commentator is going to actually join me tonight. We've got a few technical issues here, but I'm sure he'll be joining us very shortly. Having a look at the qualifications at the moment, we've got Alex John in provisional pole. He set a time of 1:36.262. Alex McKellar, he's normally my co-commentator here for Monday Night Lights. He is sitting in provisional second with a 1:36.437, and then sitting in third at the moment is Ian Bevan. Ian set a time of 1:36.495, so very close up here in the front. One of the drivers to keep an eye on though is Luke Whitten. Luke's sitting in fourth at the moment with a 1:36.531, and rounding out your top five is Ryan Terry. Ryan set a time of a 1:36.606. So we've got a total of 34 cars out there tonight trying to qualify. So fantastic turnout tonight for round 6, and it's going to be fantastic racing. But before we get into it, let's have a look at our weather. So it's partly cloudy out there, wind speed 1 km/h, track temp a scorching 39 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be quite hot out there, but as we know, tyres aren't an issue in the skippies, never has been, and it'll just be an issue for all the drivers. So looking at our point score at the moment after 5 rounds here of the Australasian Superskips, Luke Whitten is leading the way with 116 points. Alex John second at the moment, 86 points, looking at improving that tonight. Russell Clark sits in third on 75 points, followed by Michael Corn on 74. He's actually equals fourth with Kevin Henderson. And then rounding out your top 5 is Ian Bevan. Ian sitting on 69 points coming into tonight's round, and we'll see if he can actually improve on that. Also see we've got Hakon Grebstad out there at the moment qualifying. He's sitting in 6th position and trying to improve. 1:36.623 was his best time so far. He's caught up in traffic there with one of the Milo team cars, and that's going to possibly put a damper on this lap for him. Having a look, we've also a bit of a shout out tonight. Cameron Yelland here qualifying 27th. This is his first run tonight in the Australasian skip, so he's making his debut here at Road Atlanta, and no doubt looking for a good finish. He's, as I said, sitting in 27th at the moment, and he's yet to set a time. So well, actually he has set a time of 1:40.182, so he's around about 2.5 seconds off the pace, but by no means the slowest out there tonight, so best of luck to Cameron. We've also got Simon Chambers out here at the moment, sitting in 20th. We'll see if he can improve, but Ian Bevan now has just improved his time, a 1:35.849, so he's the only driver into the 1:35s tonight, and we'll see if he can actually, well, he's got pole. Can he improve on that? It's really up to all the others. We've got Alex John trying to catch him, and he's 0.4 of a second behind at the moment. So we'll jump on here with Alex and see the sort of top speed we'll see as he comes down the back straight here. And reckon they'll probably peak out at what, 180, anyone's guess. So as he comes onto the back straight now, 148.50. We'll see how close he gets to 180. I think he's going to do it easily myself, but okay, 193 kilometres an hour top speed there for Alex John, as he now backs out of it and lets his teammate through. So a bit of teamwork going on here between the two, and that's not illegal by any means. They're allowed to do that, and they're definitely taking that opportunity. As we see now, Alex coming across the line, he set a what did he do? A 136.262, but his teammate who got that tow, Russell Clark, he jumps to second now with a 136.256. So far, if we look at our top 10, we've got Russell Clark leading for pole position with 7 minutes to go. Russell Clark sitting in second, Alex John third, fourth Seymour Harding, and Alex McCullough fifth. Sixth, Luke Whitten, Ryan Terry. Hakon Grebstad is in eighth. Ninth, Tim Hendrickson, and rounding out your top 10 at the moment is Dennis Fiedler. So far we've got 3 drivers out there that have not set a time. That's Nathan Kong, Ken Hyams and Darren Lesu. So we'll see if they are going to actually take to the grid tonight, or they may be actually in there doing some sort of team management or something like that. Got Tim Uema down here, Tim Uema, and Tim's currently in 25th. I'm not sure if I've seen him out here running in this series before. Just having a look further down to see if we've got any other names. Rob James Harris sitting in the pits at the moment. I haven't heard of him before. We've also got Nick Reed joining us tonight, sitting in 18th position. So it looks like, folks, it might be me and no co-commentator tonight, so I apologise for that, but I'll do my very best to bring you all the action as we can and try not to drive you all crazy with my ramblings here. See now Tim Hendrickson, he's jumped up to second position, a 135.960. He's 1/10 of a second behind Ian Bevan. These two drivers are the only two in the 135s at the moment. Ian's still out there circulating, so he's not feeling that comfortable, as we can now see Alex McCullough. I think it's Alex out there getting a tow. It is Alex McCullough, and he's sitting in 7th at the moment as he gets that tow, so he should get a pretty good time here if he managed to draft all up the back straight. We'll see if he can improve on 7th now. So the target he wants is a 136.365, which is about 1/10 of a second faster to jump up to 6th. As he comes across the line now, does he improve? He does. 136.089. That brings him up to 4th position, and while that was going on, we saw Alex John, he's jumped up to provisional pole now with a 135.838. So a fantastic drive there. We can see the 2 Milo entries here. That's Alex John and his teammate Russell Clark working together here to maximise the results they can get out of qualifying tonight, and it's definitely paying off for the 2 Milo drivers here. So Ian now, he's getting a draft off Alex McKellar. So these two drivers are also working together here, and we'll see if Ian can improve. He's, what, 1/1000th of a second behind Alex John, so there's nothing in it here, and no doubt he'll be wanting to snatch back provisional pole, as now he comes out of the draft. Alex McKellar should lift here and let him go, and we'll see just top speed here. So 199 in out of a draft, so that's a good 6 kilometres an hour faster, just using that car to slingshot through. As he comes across now, 3 minutes to go in qualifying. He's looking for a 1:35.838 as he comes across now, and he does a 1:35.642. Fantastic. So 0.3 of a second quicker than his fastest time, and he's 0.2 of a second faster than Alex John. And Alex is out there. It looks like Russell Clark, his teammate's gone back to the pits, so he does not have that draft now, but he's sitting in provisional second, and it looks like Alex McKellar's using that draft to see if he can move up from 4th position. A good showing here by Alex tonight. He's looking really racy in the top split TV entry, and we'll see if he can improve. Of course, Tim Hendrickson, we haven't seen much of him. He's in pits, sitting in provisional 3rd place. As you can see now, Alex is getting that draft off Ian Bevan here, and this should help him a lot. His time was his best time, a 1:36.089. He's got to get 0.2 of a second out of this lap to take 3rd position in qualifying here, and we'll be racing in about 1 minute 42 seconds, folks. So a bit of a reminder how this works tonight for anyone just joining us. It's 24 laps around here at Road Atlanta tonight. They have 1 fast repair and 20 incident points. After that, they will be disqualified. The other thing to bear in mind is they can only carry a maximum of 60% fuel, so there will be 1 mandatory pit stop required here for all drivers to get them home, and it just makes it a bit more interesting. And if you're wondering why they run 24 laps, it's basically 1.69% of 1.69 times the distance of the official race that they'd be racing here at Road Atlanta. So Alex did not improve on that time. He set a 1:37.582 that time through. So quite a bit off the pace. Now we can see Ian Bevan, Alex John have both gone to the pits. Tim Hendrickson's also in the pits. So Alex McKellar is still out there with 31 seconds remaining, trying to improve and get that car into 3rd, if not better. But he'll start from the second row tonight. See Huckon at the moment, he's moved up to 6th position on the grid, and he's just pushed down to 7th because Russell Clark's managed to jump into 6th position with 2 seconds of qualifying to go here, and we will be racing, as we can see now. Alex McKellar coming across to finish his lap so, as he comes into the pits. So let's have a look at the grid, folks, and we'll start now because we've got 34 drivers to go through. So Ian Bevan will start from pole position tonight, followed by Alex John in 2nd. 3rd will be Tim Hendrickson, followed by Alex McKellar in 4th. Ryan Terry will start out of 5th position. In 6th tonight is Russell Clark, followed by Luke Whitten in 7th. Hakon Grebstad will start out of 8th. Dennis Fiedler out of 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Seymour Harding. Out of 11th tonight will be Mick Watson starting in, followed by Matthew Hobbs in 12th. AJ Casey will start out of 13th. Kevin Henderson with a lot of work to do down there in 14th, and Mick Gray will start out of 15th. Out of 16th is Nick Reed, followed by Ashley Work in 17th. 18th, Ben Furhoff. Joseph Falcamada, he'll start out at 19th, and Aaron Drury, he will start out at 20th. Out of 21st will be Ben Snell, followed by Tim Uwima, sounds like my name, in 22nd. Simon Chambers, he'll start out of 23rd tonight, followed by Darren Carter in 24th, and Rob James, he will start out of 25th. Out of 26 is Mark Jeffrey, followed by Callum Dwyer in 27th. Les Peck will start out of 28th, with Brian Monga out of 29th. And Anthony Moore, he rounds out our top 30. Out of 31st is Cameron Yelland, followed by Nathan Kong. The two drivers that have not set a lap tonight is Ken Hyams and Darren Lessu, so they may not take to the grid here at Road Atlanta. So we're just waiting for all the drivers to make their way to the grid, and we can get this race underway here. 24 laps tonight, and it's going to be exciting. I'd like to also welcome all the viewers here from iRacing Live. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm sorry I'm the only one in the comm box because my co-commentator had technical issues, so hopefully you'll all enjoy this broadcast, and I apologise for that. But well, I don't apologise for you to enjoy the broadcast. I apologise for me rambling on about nothing. So you can see the field. It's going to be lined right up around the corner here. Let's have a look from the blimp, and we can just see, well, can't see much. So you can see now Ian Bevan sitting down there in pole position, waiting for all the drivers to take to the grid, and then we will be racing here 24 laps. So we're just waiting for about 7 drivers to take to the grid. No doubt they're setting their fuel and getting everything sorted out after qualifying, and making sure everything's set. We have seen in the past some drivers come into here in qualifying fuel and then they've got to dive in the pit, so no doubt they're making sure. 4 drivers still yet to make the grid. That's Kevin Henderson, Mick Watson, Tim Owema and Ben Furhoff. So we can see on the inside Ian Bevan. On the outside is Alex John. We've got Alex McKellar starting from the second row, and he'll be no doubt he'll be looking at having a good run. If you go over to Twitch, the Top Split TV, folks, he's probably streaming live, so you can put that up and watch the broadcast while you watch in-car footage from him. But we're under starters orders here. Kevin Henderson did not make the grid. We are underway here for round 6 of the Australasian Superskips at Road Atlanta. A nice clean start, and we're waiting for the field to come through. It's looking nice. I have to laugh. Nice clean start here as we see them coming through for the first time here, and all the drivers look like they got through safely, but hold your breath because we're coming up to the S's for the first time, and this is normally where they come unstuck under braking. All the drivers taking it easy and cleanly through. So we've got Ian Bevan leading the way from Tim Hendrickson in second. Alex McKellar, he's jumped up to third, and Alex John, well, Alex had a poor start there. He's down into fourth and getting the hurry up from Ryan Terry, and that's your top 5. See, there's one car back there in midfield already with wing damage. I'm not sure which car that is. That's number 45. That's Joseph Falcamada with wing damage already. So he's coming together with somebody. And we'll see if that's going to affect it. Doesn't look like it's affecting his top speed too much, that's for sure. As he comes out of the draft now, he's looking at on the inside of Ashley Work. He jumps back in. Right behind him is Ben Snell. Looking up the front though, we've got Tim Hendrickson leading now, Ian Bevan. So Tim's looking really racy. Alex McKellar, he's dropped off the back a little bit, sitting in third, and followed by Alex John. So Ian will be looking at where he can make a pass here on Tim. 23 laps to go, 1 pit stop. Strategy will come into play, but Ian's not going to let Tim get too far ahead. So the previous lap was a 1:44.061. So the only two people in the 1:44s, Tim Hendricks and Ian Bevan. Then we have Alex McKellar, Alex John, both in the 1:45s, and then the rest of the field are in the 1:46s or slower. Jumping on board here with Alex John. He's got a car behind him and he's trying to pull in on Alex McKellar ahead of him. But right behind him now is Ryan Terry making a move on the inside. It's going to be under brakes here. Is he going to be game? No, he's not. He tucks back in and waits for another opportunity as the train goes through here for the second time. See now, Ian Bevan has taken Tim Hendrickson for that position. He would have got the draft. That's also allowed Alex McKellar now to close up and see if he can make it a move there. We just saw Casey, I think, in the pits at the moment. Or that, I'm just having a look, that was Mark Jeffrey, sorry, in the pits getting service of that car. But we don't want to lose track of this front 4 cars here. See up ahead now, Tim Hendrickson will jump into his cam and we'll jump out of that. Sorry about that, folks. If you've got any children watching, I didn't realise he had that written on the cockpit of his car as he now jumps out and makes a move on Ian Bevan. Ian will tuck back in, but Alex McKellar is also getting benefit of that tow and sitting there in third position. So it's quite interesting. Looks like Tim's writing himself a little note there to remind himself to think before he acts, by the sounds of it. So a couple of cars that are in the pits. We can see Anthony Moore's race is done and he's retired that car tonight, unfortunately. Mark Jeffrey, he has had to take a pit stop. He's out there in 32nd position and he's still on the lead lap though. No, he's not. He's 1 lap down. So he's also run into trouble out there tonight. But back up front, we've got Tim Hendrickson still leading Ian Bevan. He's now got Alex McKellar, Alex John joining the party. Also coming in to this front pack is Ryan Terry, Luke Whitten. Luke's up to 6th, and then Russell Clark in 7th. 8th, Huck On, he's dropped 2 positions since the start. 9th, Dennis Fiedler. Rounding out your top 10 is AJ Casey. So we've also had the start of the pit stops have started. We've got Rob James Harris has come in. His stop was a 15-second stop, followed by Les Peck did a 12.2 second stop. So that's going to be the ballpark these guys are going to be looking in. Of course, they're not going to throw tyres on them. They're pretty much just going to throw a bit of fuel in it to get them home and that'll be that. So you see there Luke getting a bit wide here as he comes in the pit. Who else is coming in? Russell Clark's joining him, and Håkon Grebstad also coming into the pits now to take their stops. You hear a bit of contact in the background there as we jump back up the front. Ian Bevan now is taking the lead again from Tim Hendrickson. This is pretty much going to happen all night, folks, as they get in the draft. It's a good thing about Superskips. Get a nice draft, and it always encourages close racing. As you can see now, Alex McCullough trying to get a good run. He's bringing Alex John with him. Ryan Terry just dropping off the back a little bit. So looking at those drivers that just made their pit stop. Russell Clark, 7.8 seconds. That seems like a very short stop. Let's hope he's got enough fuel to get home. We have seen these guys underfill before and run out with 1 or 2 laps. Luke Whitten, 11.2 seconds. Håkon did a 20.8 seconds. No way he's going to run out of fuel tonight. But I've got a question mark over Russell Clark at the moment, whether he will have enough fuel. They've got a 60% fuel capacity, and I have a feeling he's underfilled that car. See now Ian Bevan leading Tim Hendrickson across. Alex McCullough stays out. Alex John also stays out. So does Ryan Terry. The top 5, they'll probably follow each other into the pits here. You can see the 91 now going down a lap. He steps aside. Oh, hold on to it. And takes a bit of a spin there. That was Les Peck trying to get out of the way. And unfortunately he spun it, but he's got to watch out here as the cars go either side of him. And he's getting a bit close there for the Venom sponsored car. So the train continues of the top 5 here, nothing separating them. Having a look at our fastest lap at the moment, that's set by, who did set that? Looks like Ryan Terry here in 5th has set the fastest lap, a 1:36.121. So no doubt he's getting that from this from the draft. But all these guys now are in the 1:36s. And in fact, they're right down to 7th. They're all in the 1:36s, and they drop into the 1:37s. As once more, we see now Alex John the outside, Ryan Terry having a look on the inside. Tim Hendrickson up there is no, he's tucking back in again. So once more they go around and looking for any more pit stoppers. We had Tim Awema, he has made his stop, 7.8 seconds. Dennis Fiedler, 7.7 seconds. So 3 cars, 5 seconds faster than the others that have stopped previously. The fastest, apart from the 7-second ones, was Luke Whitten, 11.2 seconds. Luke's normally pretty good with his pit strategy, so I have a question mark over all those drivers in the 7-second range at this point of time. See out of the view of Ryan Terry here, he can see the train ahead of him, and he's trying to make inroads on him. He just hasn't had that opportunity yet. We'll watch him as he gets under this draft, and we'll see. He'll probably be. We'll see if Alex now comes across. He does to defend. Ryan's going to have to go down the inside. Alex is sitting right in the middle of the road here, letting him know he doesn't. Not going to give him a lot of room here. But Ryan just does not have the grunt. In fact, he lifts and sits back in there again. So we could go under the bridge and we've got 17 laps to go here at Road Atlanta. All 5 stay in. Ryan's dropping off a little bit as the front 4 continue on. The last lap Ian Bevan did was a 1:36.115. Just having a look further down the pack here, folks. We've got Joseph Falcomata here battling with Ashley Work. Joseph's carrying some rear wing damage now on that car. Well, he's been carrying it since the start. He had a bit of a contact with someone, so we've got a bit of a battle pack going on there. Looking further down the field, Ken Hyams, Luke Whitten, they're having a battle now. Luke has made that pit stop of 11.2 seconds, and he's behind Russell Clark, who's also made their pit stop. So keep an eye on these guys as the field cleanses. The last lap they did was a 1:36.701, where our leaders did a 1:36.115, and Tim Hendrickson did a 1:36.5. As once again now Ryan Terry steps out, and Alex decides he's going to go on the inside this time to defend, and we'll see what Ryan does. Doesn't have the run, so he just doesn't seem to have that top end speed to capitalise. Maybe he's carrying more fuel than the other guys, but I'd expect them all to be carrying probably 60% if they're going to go deep anyway. See now Alex John getting the slingshot. Alex McKellar now looking on the back of Tim Hendrickson and looking to see if he can improve. So both the Alexes are having a great run here tonight, and Ryan Terry, he's still on the back of these guys, not letting them go. He just doesn't seem to have the top end speed to make a move, but we'll see if Alex John can get a bit of a run here on Alex McKellar, as well as whether Tim Hendrickson can start reeling in Ian, because Ian's starting to get a little bit of a gap. If we have a look at our live comparison here, 0.2 of a second Alex McKellar back to Alex John. Tim Hendrickson, he is we don't have a live gap with him. While we watch the top 5 here go through the other people that have pitted tonight, Simon Chambers, he has stopped, sitting in 21st at the moment. 8.9 seconds was his stop. Aaron Drury also has made his stop, 9.1 seconds at 24th. For our rookie tonight, making his debut, Cameron Yelland, he's up into 19th position at the moment, and he has not made his pit stop yet. See, Alex now is dropping off the back of Tim Hendrickson slightly. Alex John is also on the back, so I have a feeling Alex McKellar might be feeling like a little bit of a cork in the bottle. So we jump on board now with Alex John. There's absolutely nothing in it by these top 5s here. See, once again, Terry having a look, decides against it once more. Be interesting to see if he will have the pace as he runs wide. That's not going to help him. It's going to make him drop off the back a little bit. But once more, with 14 laps remaining, with 10 laps down here at Road Atlanta. Once again, Tim Hendrickson behind Ian Bevan. So having a look further down the field, we've got here Ben Furhoff, and who's he battling with? He has Nick Reed right behind him. That car in front of them, that is, I think, who is that? That is Ben Furhoff in the number 3. In the 82, we've got Nick Reed, and then behind them, that looks like it may be Russell Clark. Just trying to get a number. I think that is Russell Clark. What's happened to Russell here? He's dropped a lap, so we'll have to find out what's happened here to Russell. So jump back to the replay. We'll have a look here. He's already slowing. He might have just been coming out of the pits. Sorry, folks. So up the front, we still have this battle pack of 5. Ian Bevan, Tim Hendrickson, Alex McKellar, Alex John, Ryan Terry. This is where the podium's going to come from tonight, folks. So the question is, does the two Alexes or Ryan have anything for Tim and Ian? And out of Tim and Ian, who do you think's going to take this round tonight? Coming down to 12 laps to go. The top 5 stay out. It looks like Ryan Terry's dropped off now. He's 2.7 seconds from the leader as they go across the line. So it's down to 4 in this train. For the folks just joining us, you're here watching round 6 of the Australasian Superskips, brought to you by RRTV. And unfortunately, I'm the only one in the combox, so hopefully you're enjoying our coverage. It's not normally like this, but I can assure you next time you tune in, we will definitely have a co-commentator. Our next broadcast is tomorrow night, and that is the Skip Barber Monday Lights. It's the Australian Skip Barber Strength of Field race, 9:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Definitely come and join us. We're getting a lot of European drivers coming to race with us. We're normally in the top 5 of the world, and they definitely put on the action as the Oceanic drivers try to take it to the European drivers. As we once again see Ian Bevan having a look, he tucks back in. Tim Hendrickson is in the lead, and Alex John is sitting in 4th behind Alex McKellar. They've got one pit stop to make here, and we'll see, as we see now, Tim Hendrickson, he's decided it's time to come in to take that stop. He's aiming for 11.2 seconds. Luke Whitten, the first of the stoppers, is coming up the back straight now, and we'll see where he funnels in as Tim Hendrickson comes out, because that's going to tell us if Luke's going to be a threat to the top 4 here tonight. As we see now, Tim Hendrickson coming in, takes his stop. The pit crew will throw a bit of fuel into it. Where's Luke Whitten? Luke's coming down the straight here now. Tim Hendrickson still stopped. Luke Whitten comes across. I think he's going to get him. As we see now, Tim Hendrickson coming out, Luke Whitten right there. It's going to be close. Tim Hendrickson 14.7 seconds, and Luke Whitten comes through. So it's going to be mighty close between the top four when they come in. Going to have to keep an eye on Luke. He did a 1:36.189. He's actually taken 0.2 of a second out of our leaders, Ian Bevan and Alex McKellar. And we've got Alex John in third at the moment. Nick Reed is up to fourth, fifth Darren Carter. So just trying to see what's happened to Ryan Terry. Well, Ryan's actually come into the pits 15.1 seconds, so quite a slow stop for him. So we jump back to the leaders now as they come through the S's up under the bridge with 10 laps to go this time by. We'll see if they're coming in. Alex McKellar, Ian Bevan stays out. Alex John now comes into the pits. So once again, we'll see what sort of a stop he can make. It's going to have to be a good one though, because Luke Whitten once again is coming down the back straight and he's going to look at trying to capitalise if he can. He's also got a tow from Darren Carter in 5th position here. So you can see once again Alex John now coming to the stop as his pit crew goes to work. Luke Whitten coming down onto the main straight and starting his 10th lap. We can see Alex John now coming out. Where's Luke Whitten? Luke's just coming in. He's not going to get him. Alex John's going to feed back out, and Luke Whitten's actually what's he doing? He's defending. So Alex John did a 7.7 second stop. So Ian Bevan, Alex McKellar, they're going to have to be in that range, otherwise they're going to be in trouble by Luke Whitten and Alex John here. So we'll see if they come in this time through. Alex is having a fantastic drive here tonight, folks, and for you joining us, if you want to see his live stream, go over to Twitch and look up the Top Split TV. He'll be streaming live from his cockpit. Bring it up next to the broadcast and watch live as Alex tries to go for the win here as they go through once again at Rhodolanda. 9 laps to go. Looking at their lap times, Alex did a 1:36.053. Luke Whitten now looking very racy. His last lap, 1:35.812. He can smell a victory here, and he's definitely going as hard as he can. Alex John just ahead of him. See what sort of a time Alex is doing as he comes across the line. Well, it's his outlap. What's Luke Whitten doing? He did a 1:36.322, so he's lost 0.2 of a second over Ian Bevan and Alex McKellar. As we can see now, Alex is having a look. He's just going to tuck in there, and he's not going to want to slow these two up because no doubt he knows Alex and Luke are 28 seconds behind them and of threat of jumping these two as they come into the pits. So for those of you who have just joined us, your top 5 is Ian Bevan, followed by Alex McKellar. Then the first of the pit stoppers, Alex John, Luke Whitten in 4th. Tim Hendrickson rounds out your top 5. So they come across under the bridge once more. 8 laps to go. These two stay out. They're going very deep here tonight. And of course, the longer they stay out, the shorter time they have to spend in the pits. But they do have 60% fuel capacity, and they are definitely going to have to stop very, very soon. So we see now Luke Whitten. Let's get a drive. 1.6 seconds is the live comparison between him and Alex John for the podium here. see Tim Hendrickson further back, and he's got Darren Carter behind him. Darren still hasn't stopped as well, so he will drop down the order. Don't worry about the fastest lap, that's just telling us someone's in the pits. Looking at our retirements tonight, folks, we have had quite a few. We've had Ben Furhoff retire, and so has Les Peck. Mick Gray's retired, AJ Casey's retired. The two non-starters tonight, Kevin Henderson didn't make the grid, nor did Mick Watson. So I'm not sure what happened to Kevin. So as we see our leaders come under the bridge one more time, it looks like they're going to go in now. Alex McKellar's going to follow Ian Bevan. He's mirroring him. 29 seconds is the gap back to Alex John and Luke Whitten here. And these two are going to want to get around about the 7-second mark. But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough fuel. All the others are in the 11 seconds, so we'll see what these two take on. That'll also tell us if people like Russell Clark and that have underfilled. So we see now Alex John coming under the bridge, Luke Whitten in second, and only 1.4 seconds behind him. We can see Alex McKellar coming out now. He's throwing 6.4 seconds was his stop. And as we see Alex John now come through, Luke Whitten is also coming through. Ian Bevan is just coming out, 12.3 seconds. So he was 6 seconds slower than Alex McKellar. And either these guys know something that these other drivers don't, or they've underfilled to try to defend that position. So your top five at the moment, folks. We've got Alex McKellar leading, trying to go for the win here on strategy. Alex John second. Now he's got Luke Whitten right behind him. Luke's going to want to get past him if he can. He's going to the inside now, which means he's going to be on the outside under brakes. We'll see if Alex John can hold him out. Luke should know Alex is going to tuck back in now and try to get that toe. They don't want to be battling at the moment. They want to close down on Alex McKellar. Ian Bevan, quite a bit of work to do here in fourth position. So does Tim Hendrickson. These were the top two cars at the start, and they're back there due to their pit stop strategy. Tim Hendrickson 14.7 seconds, Ian Bevan 12.3 seconds. So we can see now Alex McKellar tucking in behind Luke Whitten here. Looking at their last laps, Luke did a 1:35.701, so he's starting to ramp up the laps as the fuel burns off here. 6 laps to go at Road Atlanta. It's still anyone's race. The gap from Luke Whitten up to Alex McKellar, 2.6 seconds is the gap at the moment. So we'll jump on board here with Luke. While this race ticks down, folks, a little bit of a plug for what we will be broadcasting this week. As I said, Monday Night Lights is tomorrow night, 9:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Then, of course, Friday night, if you like your V8 supercars, join us for the Australian Online Supercar Championship. Final round, we're going to Mount Panorama for 650-kilometre enduro, and that's Friday night. It's going to be a retro round, so there's going to be a lot of teams taking to their cars with paintbrushes this week, and hopefully coming out with some nice paint jobs. So we see now The gap is 1.5 seconds from Alex McKellar to Luke Whitten. Alex can smell victory here, but Luke's not going to let him go easy. Alex John also in the tow. Now that gap looks a lot closer than 1.5 seconds, and it is 1 second. So from the line to here, 0.5 of a second have been closed down on Alex McKellar. Maybe Alex has realised that he might have short filled and he's gone into fuel save mode, because they're pulling him in big time at the moment. We'll soon know if he's in trouble if he doesn't defend, but I think he has realised he's underfilled that car, and he's backed right off, because all of a sudden that 1.5 second gap is down to 0.7 of a second, and I think Luke Whitten's going to be past him very, very shortly. There's a number of cars I'm concerned about at the moment, folks. This is our race leader, Alex McKellar, whether he has enough fuel to get home or not. And the other ones that are less on a question mark, but they're still there, Dennis Fiedler, Alex John, as now we see Luke Whitten take the lead of this race with 4 laps to go. Let's jump on board with Alex McKellar and see if he is fuel saving. He might be deciding if he can tuck in here and hang on to Luke. He might be able to save a little bit in the draft. Definitely doesn't sound like he's fuel saving to me, so maybe I'm just talking out of my hat. As we can see now, he's getting a draft. He's having a look on the inside of Luke Whitten. He goes flying past. Definitely not fuel saving, and he takes back the lead. And Alex John is also here for the party. Looking back though, we have Ian Bevan. He's 3.5 seconds last time by. We'll see if he's closing up as they come through with 3 laps to go here at Road Atlanta. We've got Alex McKellar, Luke Whitten, Alex John, then Ian Bevan as Luke now comes through. Alex John also having a look on Alex McKellar. That gap for Ian Bevan, 2.7 seconds. He is coming, but I think he's going to run out of laps here. Looking at their lap times, the only driver in the 135s this time through is Ian Bevan. He did a 135.891. Had another retirement out there, folks. We have lost Matthew Hobbs. He's decided to park that car and call it a night. We are down to 27 runners. 22 of those are on the lead lap. The last person on the lead lap is Russell Clark, and he is under threat of being lapped shortly. As we see the front 3 now come streaming up the back straight here. Alex John getting a tow on Alex McKellar. See if Alex McKellar's going to have another go at Luke Whitten. Luke's going on the inside defensive, Alex on the outside. Under brakes here. Alex John wants to join the party, but Alex McKellar through. Luke Whitten holds off Alex John, and in the background you can see Ian Bevan. He's on his way, folks, and 2 laps to go here. Does he have enough time? No, he's going in the pits, so I'm not sure what's happened to him. He stopped for 12.3 seconds, so he shouldn't have underfilled there. But we've got Alex McKellar now defending from Luke Whitten. 2 laps to go. Does Alex McKellar have enough fuel to get home? That is the question. Looking further down in the field here, folks, we'll have a look at Cameron Yelland. As I was saying earlier, his debut tonight in the Australasian Superskips. He's running in 23rd position and 1 lap down, but a great debut all the same. So you can see our leaders now coming onto the back straight. Alex McCullough leading, Luke Whitten in second, Alex John in third, as we jump onto the gyro cam with Alex John in the Milo entry. And we can watch all the action unfold from here. See now Luke Whitten jumping out, Alex John also making a move as we see them come down under brakes. Alex McCullough on the inside, he'll let Luke through, but Alex John did not get enough run. We are down to 1 lap to go here. Does Alex McCullough have enough fuel to get this car home? That is the question. Looking at what happened to Ian Bevan, he's had to come back in and take more fuel, and he's sitting back there in 11th. So his first stop was 12.2 seconds. That's 6 seconds slower than what Alex McCullough did. So either Ian started very light and didn't put enough fuel in, and Alex ran with a full tank, or Alex is running on fumes here. The podium's definitely going to come from these three. The question is in what order, and whether Alex has enough fuel to get home. If he doesn't, Tim Hendrickson is only 7.4 seconds down the road, and he'll snavel him up with in no time. But as they come onto the back straight here for the final time at Road Atlanta, it looks like Luke Whitten followed by Alex McCullough. Alex John might have a go at Alex McCullough here if he can get a run, and it looks, let's jump on board and have a look. No, I don't think he's going to be close enough, so I think this is the way the top three are going to finish here tonight, as he now is getting in the tow. Is Alex McCullough going to have a go? Luke's going to defend under brakes here, almost 3 wide. Alex McCullough inside, they almost touch. Luke Whitten, oh, it's going to be messy, but Alex McCullough takes that position. Is he going to redress it, or does he think that was a clean pass? But it looks like Alex McCullough takes the win from Luke Whitten on the outside, and Alex John comes home in 3rd position. So the win tonight goes to Alex McCullough. Fantastic driving there by the top split TV driver. Luke Whitten in 2nd. Tim Hendrickson, he came home in 4th. Ryan Terry 5th. Ben Snell, we can see him now coming across the line in 6th. Nick Reed 7th. Seymour Harding just defending from Huckon there. Huckon came home in 8th. Looks like he might have just got Seymour at the line. Joseph Falcamada now comes home in 9th. Looking further down, you can see Simon Chambers up coming across the line. 16th position for Simon. And he's having a battle there with Aaron Drury just ahead of him. Looking further down, we've got Callum and Darren having a battle here. Darren comes home at 19th. Callum Dwyer 18th position. Trying to get back, if we can, to Alex McCullough to see if we can. We're going to jump on board with Alex here, folks, so we can actually see this move. So we can see this move of Alex McCullough as from the cockpit as he makes this move to take the win here at Road Atlanta tonight. See now he's just getting the draft, gonna Luke's looking on the inside. As we go to the super slow-mo here, we can just see how he's positioned the car to take the win. And tell you what a gutsy move that was by Alex McCallum under brakes here on the final lap. Tell you what, Luke didn't leave him a lot of room. Luke tried to squeeze him, but there was no way Alex was going to have a bar of that tonight as he goes through to take the win of Road Atlanta. So we have in the comm box with us our race winner, Alex McCallum. Welcome, Alex. Fantastic.
Yeah, g'day, Bernie. Thanks for that, mate. I see you flying solo, which is unfortunate tonight. Sorry about that. But what a race, eh? Quite an epic finish.
It was an awesome race. The question I've got for you, though, 6.4 seconds was your fuel stop. How much fuel did you have at the end?
I had 0.4 of a litre. So I cut it fairly fine, but you might have seen I was sitting in Ian's draft the whole way, so I managed to do a lot of fuel saving, and it just worked out in my favour in the end ultimately, because I only had to take such a short pit stop to get fuel. I was barely on the jacks and I was off again, and then Ian unfortunately had a mishap with a button box. I didn't grab fuel, but I'll let him tell his story. He looks like he's ready for a chat down there later anyway, but it was unfortunate because I just used Ian's draft for the whole race. He was good. He and I worked together in qualification as well, so I've got to say a big thank you to Ian. He really set me up for this tonight, my maiden win in the Superskips. I was really thrilled about it, actually.
Oh, it was an awesome drive. We were watching you guys in qualifying. The two Milo cars were also working together, and we saw yourself and Ian drafting each other for qualifying. But tell you what, as this race unfolded, it got more and more exciting. We could see Ian coming, but then, of course, as you said, he had to pit for the fuel mishap. But I'll tell you what, great driving there, gutsy move. Looking on the replay, Luke didn't make it easy for you.
No, he pinched me a little bit. I thought he might have left the door open for Alex John a little bit around the outside, but he squeezed me on the inside to really tighten up my line. I probably didn't brake enough for it. We had a slight 0x contact through the corner, and my apologies to Luke for that. It was netcode. There was certainly space between us, and I felt that watching the trajectory of the cars afterwards, I probably left room for two cars if he could get under the inside, but unfortunately the network monster got us, and it pushed him off into the inside of the track. I was pleased to see that he hung on for second place anyway.
Yeah, it looked a bit messy on the rejoin, but Alex, I think, backed off a little bit to stop any carnage there. But yeah, great drive by all three of you blokes, and it was very entertaining. Were you streaming tonight?
I'm streaming as we speak, so the viewers are getting a double dose, so it's good. I'll have to wrap it up after I finish talking to you.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I was telling the viewers here about your stream, and hopefully some of them did the simulcast and watched your stream while they had the broadcast on the other window. But I tell you what, you took your viewers for a great ride tonight, and hopefully they all enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks, Bernie. I hope they did. There's a few of them in there. I mentioned that they could come and join you over here. A bit of cross-promotion never hurts, does it, right?
Exactly right. Now, before we let you go, though, do you want to give a plug to everyone so they know where to find Top Split TV? Tell them also a little bit about you, because we're on iRacing Live here tonight as well.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks, Bernie. Yeah, so if you head over to thetopsplit.com, you'll check out my website there, which is where I do the Top Split podcast. Latest guest on the podcast was the great Johnny Gindy, of course, who's a GT Academy winner and race driver at the 24-hour Dubai race, which is a fantastic effort from him. Can you imagine, Bernie, going from your local shopping centre PlayStation competition, taking you all the way to racing an event like that? Quite an amazing story. But if you head over there, or Top Split TV on Twitch, you'll find me there a few nights a week, Bernie.
Fantastic. Well, folks, go over there and have a look, and tell you what, his podcasts are fantastic, and he had a really good guest on there one night. You'll have to watch that round. But you're joining us tomorrow night, of course, Alex, for the Monday Night Lights?
100% Bernie, I'll be here back in action for season 9, I think we are, of Monday Night Lights, the Australian Strength of Field race. Brought to you, of course, as always, by the great RRTV.
Yeah, there you go. So I should let you go, get back to your audience there and wrap up your stream, because I think we've got about an hour till the end of Le Mans, and I want to get on to watching that. But I'm not sure if I can drag these blokes up, so I might need you to help me with that.
Yeah, no worries. I'll mute me so I can hear you, and then I'll... who do you want first, Alex or Ian?
Let's bring up Ian.
No worries, I'll bring him up now.
Around what I was driving to get the cable.
Hi there, Ian. Welcome to RRTV's Combox, mate. We saw you had to come in for a second stop, and I was quite surprised because it looked like you were catching. So what exactly happened to you tonight?
So as I was going for my first pit stop, the cable fell out of my button box, and that meant I couldn't fuel. Normally I would have my fuel light off for the skip series, and I'd automatically turn my fuel off at the start of this race, which is no big drama because it's just a button in my box. But the cable had fallen out, so I get into the pits and realise I can't do anything. It took me a few seconds to realise why the buttons weren't working, and then I had to drive out of the pits, not taking any fuel, scrap around on the floor putting the cable back in, and then take a second pit stop to actually get the fuel I needed to complete the race. So had it all worked, I decided this race I was going to fight from the front and not do the early pit strategy.
Yeah.
And so I was in first place, it was going well, pitted when I wanted to, and I should have come out 6 seconds in front of Luke and the others, but it didn't work out.
No, it definitely didn't, because your first stop, 12.2 seconds, I thought, you've got more than enough fuel to get home. In fact, I thought Alex McCullough was the one that was a bit iffy on fuel. But then I was very surprised to see you come back in, of course, your button box. With the cable, though, you didn't put that in while you're still driving, did you?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
I reached down on the floor and grabbed the cable because I could see it, and then plugged it in as I was driving.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I was in such a panic. I couldn't. I was sitting there at pits thinking, "There's nothing happening. Why am I not getting any fuel?" And how your brain is just like you just mushed, right?
Yeah.
And so maybe grabbing the cable before I left the pits was the right answer, but it isn't what I did. So the fail was burning me all the way through those laps.
You did a brilliant job, though, because you're still closing in on the front guys.
Yeah, I mean, I had the pace. I was watching carefully. I knew Luke would stop early because that was the pit strategy that he always follows, and usually I follow as well. But like I said, I wanted to fight from the front this week rather than turning it into a hot lap contest. I was watching the distance to Luke behind me, and it was just kind of holding steady. He wasn't really gaining on me. It was around about the 32.3, 32.5 seconds, but he did have somebody that he was going to be able to draft with. And I decided that was the point then to get in the pits and get out 6 seconds ahead and fight for the end, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I thought it was going to come down between yourself and Tim Hendrickson, but Tim did a 14.7 second stop, which put him out of the running, unfortunately. But fantastic drive, Ian. Are you joining us for the Skip Barber Monday Lights this season?
Probably not.
Okay.
No, I can't do it, I'm afraid. But it's a good series to watch. I always watch you guys broadcast. Do a great job. I say every time that you're kind enough to talk to me. But I won't be racing this season.
Okay, no worries. Well, you can tune in and watch the broadcast. If not live, watch a replay. But before we let you go, mate, bad luck firstly for tonight. You're definitely in the box seat there until that cable came out. But do you have any sponsors or people you'd like to thank for tonight's effort?
I would like to thank my sponsor, Top Split TV, for my pole position, because I wouldn't have got that without Alex. So thanks, Alex.
Yeah, we saw you guys working together and slipstreaming. It was down that straight, which was a good thing because the Milo boys were doing the same thing.
Yeah, I don't have a teammate for this series, and I've been pretty fortunate that I've had offers of draft partners, because you're looking at starting like mid-pack without a draft partner here. So Alex was very kind, and he gave me just a brilliant run down the back straight to be able to take that pole. And I think we both benefited. He probably finished started a few positions. forward of where he might have done. So it worked both ways. And congratulations to Alex for the win, for sure.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting win, that's for sure. It came right down to the last chicane, basically, but I won't give you any spoilers in case you're going to watch a replay. But anyway, Ian, it was great talking to you, mate. Hopefully we'll see you back out on the track for the next round of the Australasian Superskips.
Yep, pretty sure I'll be there. Thanks for having me, Benny.
Fantastic. See you, mate. So our next interview will be with Alex John, and he should be up into the combox very shortly. In fact, here he is now. Welcome, Alex, and congratulations, third spot tonight. You were pretty much in the box seat most of the night there as far as the action went.
Yeah, it was great. I was really surprised to end up starting P2. I think that's the highest I've ever been. So just sat in and watched the fast guys at the front and just tried to stick with them for most of the race.
Yeah, well, you're pretty much in that front four pack. I know at one point we had Ryan Terry on the back there, but he dropped off, and then I think you were fourth. But it looked like you got your pit strategy worked out pretty well. 7.7 seconds, which is one of the quicker stops here tonight. I'm guessing you probably had about a litre of fuel left at the end?
Yeah, I think I had at least enough for another lap or two. That was my plan, just sticking in behind those front three so I could do some fuel saving.
Yep.
Because I knew that anything that I could save and just try and jump them in the pits, then I'd be in a really good position. And it seemed to work because Tim must have had a shocking stop, and Ian with his problem, so helped me out a bit.
Yeah, Tim's stop was 14.7 seconds, so you gained 7 seconds on him just in the pit stop there. That's what put him out of contention pretty much. But I'll tell you what was going through your mind on that last lap there tonight?
Well, I was tossing up whether or not I should try something like 2 laps from the end, and then I just knew I thought Luke had actually broken Alex going through the S's. And so I was thinking it was just going to be a battle between me and Alex on that back straight. But then Alex got up with Luke again, and I was like, oh, geez, where the hell do I go? Because I really didn't want to go 3 wide. And then I saw they had a bit of contact or something, so I was I was hoping that maybe that it might have resulted a little bit better for me. But I was just stoked to get third in the end. I was a little bit disappointed that I backed out of the final turn just because I really didn't know where Luke was. He pipped me for second, but it was great, and it was fantastic to race up there with those guys tonight.
Yeah, it was great racing. I thought you must have backed out a bit because it was a bit of a question on where Luke was going to re-enter on that track, but you could have got really messy really quick through there. I've heard some people say Alex can be a little bit conservative at times, but I'll tell you what, tonight I think he had his wheat bix or something, because that was a heck of a move he made on Luke there. Yeah,
well, actually, I think from about 4 laps out they started going for it, and I was getting worried because I saw Ian was closing in at least half a second a lap, which we were steady up until they started battling, and then I thought, geez, I'm going to lose my 3rd place, and these guys are going to run off and get a 1-2 or something. So, he ran a really good race to come first, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And what happened to your teammate Russell tonight? I noticed he came home 22nd. Looks like he ran into trouble or something.
Yeah, that was a real shame because he should have come out around, not too far from me, but I think he blew an engine on lap 9. I think he was holding 4th going up into the right-hander before the back straight, so I think that might have done it.
Okay. Yeah. That's no good, but all the same, top 3, 3rd step on the podium for Milo, Team Milo I think it is tonight, and really good effort, Alex. It was a really entertaining race, and I'm sure all the viewers loved it. But before we let you go, who would you like to give a shout out to tonight?
I have to thank Russell because without him there's no way I would have been on P2. So he was keeping me sane throughout the race. We have a little bit of banter going on Discord, so thanks to Russell.
Yeah, it's often the soothing tones can stop you freaking out when you're in a thick of battle like that, that's for sure. I'm not saying Russell has soothing tones. I don't know because I've never spoken to him.
what, it wasn't very soothing when I heard his engine blew anyway.
I bet it wasn't. Anyway, Alex, thanks, mate, for popping up, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for the Skip Barber Monday Lights.
Yeah, no worries, I'll be there. Thanks, guys.
See you, mate. Our final interview tonight is with Simon Chambers, and Simon is the man behind this great series, so let's have a chat with him. Welcome, Simon, to the RRTV Combox, and congratulations. Looks like you came home 16th tonight, and how did your race pan out?
Yeah, hi Bernie and Alex. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I think I was a beneficiary of some attrition tonight, and had a battle most of the race with Aaron Jury. We swapped positions a lot of times, and he ended up getting out on top. We didn't touch, which is good. Yeah, saw a few guys spun off, and yeah, just working up my way up the places.
Yeah, well, you finished about midfield, I'd say, but from a organiser point of view, you must have been happy with tonight's turnout. You had 34 in for the race and 32 starters.
Oh, definitely. I think that's pretty much the highest. We might have had 33 in one race, but last season we might have just got to 35. But yeah, really pleased when I saw how many people were there. A little bit extra exposure this time, I think, and chatter about the race. So I was really pleased with that. And I also noticed that we're actually on iRacing Live.
Yeah, that's right. All the Australasian Super Skip rounds for that RRTV broadcast will be on iRacing Live. So I guess we've got a few international people watching this for the first time tonight. But if any of the guys are watching it and they're interested in joining your series, one, is there any room for them to join? And two, how would they get in contact with you?
Yeah, there's still room. I'd recommend that that they just go to the leagues section and look for Australasian Superskips in the league directory, and then there's a join button on the right. We could have had 62 cars if we had that many come in, so there is still room, but we do need to manage the number of members just in case.
Yeah, and I think you've also got a thread on the Skip Barber forum, don't you? The international under the car.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the forum under the Skip Barber Formula 2000. See it there. It starts with Australasian Superskips, and I try to bump it up near the top.
Yeah, fantastic. So, folks, if you're interested in joining the series, head on over to the Skip Barber forums, look for the Australasian Superskips, or check out the league section for Australasian Superskips, and hopefully we might see you come out here on the track and enjoy all the fun, because this series definitely puts it on. But Simon, where are we heading for the next round, mate?
Yep, we're heading to Phillip Island. That'll be Sunday, 2nd of July, and we're doing 24 laps again. So it'd be good, a local track to test our wares, and I'm sure that a lot of the guys are familiar with it.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. It's always a favourite, isn't it? And I guess putting your driver's hat back on now, have you got anyone you'd like to thank for your setup tonight, or anyone that helped you with your car tonight?
I think I needed some help, actually. I was a little bit slower than I expected to be. I thought I'd be hanging around the 136s, maybe the high 136s, but I couldn't break over 137, so I struggled a little bit for pace.
Oh, you did. I still think you did pretty well. Your fastest lap 137.092. And yeah, last lap 137.641. So no, it was a good effort and fantastic driving. I noticed that you were having a bit of a battle with Aaron there. It looked like he just got the better of you on the line.
Oh yeah, we were both trying all sorts of strategies, going inside or outside line in the last chicane, and yeah, it was really good, and we were being really respectful, and Aaron showed a lot of experience and maturity. It's good.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thanks for popping in, Simon, to have a chat with us. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Are you going to run in the Skip Barber Monday Night Lights?
Probably not tomorrow night. I'll be a bit busy, but the next week you should see me there.
Fantastic. We'll look forward to that. And if we don't see you then, we'll see you the next round, a couple of weeks, I think. The next Superskips is on. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But anyway, thanks for popping in, mate. It's we've got 50 minutes to the end of Le Mans, so I want to go and see if the last Porsche's blown up yet.
Thanks, guys.
No worries. Well, that was Simon Chambers, the organiser of the Australasian Superskips. Anyway, folks, we're at the end of our broadcast tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I apologise that we only had one commentator here tonight, but hopefully you still found the racing very entertaining. As far as RRTV goes for the rest of the week, we have tomorrow night on iRacing Live the Skip Barber Monday Night Lights, 9:15 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, or GMT plus 10. And then, of course, on Friday night we have the big one, and that's the final round of the Australian Online Supercar Series, coming to you from Mount Panorama for 650 kilometres of action, and it's going to be great. ERT's been dominant, but can they take the crown this Friday night? We'll tune in to find out. And of course it's a retro round, so hopefully all the guys are very busy getting those cars painted and looking great. But until then, folks, thanks for joining us. I'm Bernie Weemers. Hopefully you'll have a good evening and enjoy the end of Le Mans 24 hour if you're watching it. But until we meet again, have a good evening. Good night.